Beloved Masters, the process the world and humanity are now experiencing has been spoken of by many wise sages and masters over the past 100 or so years and, yet, most have not taken heed to the warning signs and have continued on a path of self-destruction. Humanity has built an illusion of wealth and abundance, but it was built on the quicksand of greed and a fear of scarcity. This giant bubble of illusion has burst under the pressure of the living light of truth. What humanity is now experiencing is the cause and effect or the karmic results of following the impulses of the ego desire body instead of the whisperings of spirit. Many dear souls have never experienced lack or deprivation and have lived a life of me first and instant self-gratification, while others who believed the old teachings that they were not worthy of abundance have endured many lifetimes of scarcity with a sense of futility. You may not believe it at this time of great suffering, but the circumstances all humanity are feeling with regard to abundance will eventually result in many great blessings. As the suffering and pain of loss intensifies and becomes great enough, more and more dear souls will turn inward for guidance and solutions, and all the forces of the higher realms will be waiting to answer their pleas and offer assistance. As the Supreme Creator increases the flow of the elixir of life throughout the omniverse, it is affecting all creation. You cannot hide from it. You cannot deny it. Your lifeline to your source is growing stronger and more persuasive all the time. The magnetization factor is growing stronger, and you are magnetizing to you in stronger and stronger measures that which you have claimed as your reality. If you believe that you must live in poverty and chaos, that will be reinforced and magnified in your life. If you have accepted the truth that you are entitled to a life of beauty, joy, and prosperity, that reality will unfold before you, if you follow through and take the proper steps as outlined in our past messages. It is as if your lifeline is being tugged and pulled in different directions as spirit tries to get your attention. You can resist and hold back, kicking and screaming, however, you will eventually move forward on the spiral of ascension. There can be no denying that the evolutionary cycle which is now in full swing is creating chaos and is swiftly breaking down the old belief systems and structures. Remember what we have often said, out of chaos comes new creation. The soul self is nudging and prodding everyone, to one degree or another, in an effort to get each soul's attention. No one can maintain the status quo, coasting and drifting and ignoring the call to awaken. You must either grow and ascend in consciousness, or sink deeper into chaos, fear, and limitation which only postpones the inevitable. It is your divine birthright to live in abundance and prosperity, you have just forgotten. Abundance comes in many forms, so seek an abundance of love, joy, good health, and vitality, as well as all the things you require to live a full and comfortable life. As you begin to create miracle after miracle, those around you will want to know what you are doing. That is when you are to share the techniques, beliefs, and wisdom you have claimed as your own. That is when you will become a true self-master. First you will teach by example and through your actions, and finally through words. You, the star seeds, will set the new standards of behavior and others will want to emulate you and adopt your new philosophy of life. Therefore, it is of vast importance that you focus on what is right in your world and look for the best in those around you, for that is what you will reinforce. You can change the world around you, one thought at a time. Remember, stored within your sacred mind is all the cosmic wisdom you will need on your journey back into the realms of light. Tap into this wisdom and share with your brothers and sisters on the path. There are many ways to serve, and being an example for others is one of the most effective ways. What is your passion, beloveds? What brings you joy and makes your heart sing? Answer these questions and your purpose will be revealed to you, one step at a time. Beloveds, you must rise above the fear and sense of helplessness that is rampant around the world. See yourselves in your pyramid of light and ask that the infinite abundance of all creation flow to and through you. Feel it permeate your physical vessel, filling your sacred heart and mind with the adamantine particles of new creation as you take what you require, and then allow the balance to flow out into the world from the front and back of your sacred heart. Place yourselves in the power center of the infinity cycle of abundance as you create beauty, peace, and harmony in your life. Be assured that your positive influence will grow as more dear souls around you take notice and want to learn your secret. Are you ready to expand your vision beyond your private little world or microcosmic reality? Are you ready and willing to accept the truth that you affect everyone and everything in this universe to one degree or another, and that everyone on earth and in every other realm also affects you? We ask each of you, are you ready to use the wondrous gifts that are your divine birthright? What are your greatest desires? What will be your legacy to humanity and the world? Reach for the stars, beloveds, for there is no limit to what you can manifest when your visions are in harmony with the divine plan for the greatest good of all. Call on us and we will assist you in bolstering your resolve to live in harmony, abundance, and joy. I am Archangel Michael. The question was asked some years ago, when will we have a President of the United States who will be a true leader with integrity, and who will seek the greatest good for all the people? Our answer was, when you are ready for such a leader. Beloveds, that time has arrived. There is much symbolism regarding your new leader that may be ignored by the masses. However, those of you who are centered within your sacred heart, and view exterior events from a higher vantage point with an open and objective mind due to the influence of your sacred mind will understand the significance of what we tell you. Barack Hussein Obama is the 44th President of the United States of America. 44 is a master number. This will be the 111th Congress of the United States. This is also a master number and signifies a new beginning. Barack Obama's current ancestral lineage is what you would call one-half Caucasian or one-half white and one-half African American or one-half black, which signifies a coming together, or a joining of two root races which have been in conflict for hundreds of years. This issue is even more profound, for as many of you, this great soul carries the DNA of all the major root races within his DNA signature. Without divulging his true cosmic identity, for this would infringe on his privacy, we will give you a brief glimpse of his history and what he brought forth to experience during this lifetime, so that you will understand the grand opportunity that is being offered to the citizens of the United States. This is a brief overview, you might say, as if he were to ask for a cosmic reading. Beloved Master, it is time for you and the many faithful warriors of peace/light to know how magnificent you are and how brave you were to answer the clarion call to descend into the density of this earthly experiment. The events in your solar system and on Earth are quickly moving into the higher frequencies of light and great changes in the offing. Therefore, it is important that you focus on what is right in your world and not get caught up in all the negativity and fear that is spewing out into the ethers. Your soul shines brightly through your eyes, heart, and deeds. You have been on the path of illumination for many lifetimes. You are what might be called one of the original Earth parents, for you carry within your DNA the encodings for some of the original root races placed on Earth. When a new race was to be introduced on Earth, you and those like you would be encoded with the new race attributes and characteristics, and then you would lead the way and oversee the new souls that incarnated into that race. Therefore, you have empathy for all races and cultures and see the similarities in everyone rather than their differences. You sense their souls rather than their outward appearance or personalities. Remember, in the higher realms you are not judged if your religious practices are different than those around you, for they all eventually lead you to the same destination, a return to unity consciousness and a reunion with your God Self. Your journey has been long and arduous, and you have suffered much, but the spark of spirit shines brightly within your heart/soul. You have experienced the physical vessel in a great variety of races, forms and cultures. You were anxious to experience earthly creation in as many ways and expressions as possible and, therefore, you have great understanding and compassion for those who are stuck in the pain and suffering of the third and fourth dimensional illusion. We would have you know that you were one of those chosen to have all three of the God rays active within your diamond core God cell, whereby you would experience lifetimes with the first ray of divine will as your driving force and overlay, and in other times, you would merge with a great divine being who radiated the second ray of illumination, wisdom, and compassion, and still other lifetimes where you would join those of the third ray of active, creative intelligence, and a strong desire to create wondrous things on the material plane of existence. Having all the virtues, attributes and qualities of God consciousness stored within your sacred heart and mind was so that you and other chosen ones would be prepared to be the examples and ways howers during these times of great change. It has not been an easy journey for those like you, for you have always had so many talents and interests to choose from that sometimes it was difficult to decide which path you would follow, and many have failed to take advantage of the multitude of talents and gifts available to them. The God ray that you chose as your guiding light for this very important lifetime is the first ray of divine will and power, the ray of new creation. Under this ray you will find those whose greatest desire is to lead in some way, those who pioneer new thought and actions. Most are dynamic types full of will and determination, but you must re-establish your self-worth in order to make full use of these attributes. Call on me to help you activate this powerful ray which will enhance your courage and determination as you boldly go forth to manifest your version of the golden new age. Most often, we do not give this information until we feel you are ready to acknowledge the vastness of who you truly are. It is important that you balance your dynamic drive for action with second ray love/wisdom energy, and that is why you chose the second ray as your soul ray for this lifetime. This is the ray which carries the qualities of illumination, enlightenment, and the laws of cause and effect or karma as you know it. Archangel GIFL is the bearer of the virtues, attributes and qualities of this ray. This is the ray that resonates with the love/wisdom of the Divine Mother and brings forth the energy to ignite the seed thoughts from the mind of the Divine Father in order to manifest the divine blueprint on the material plane of creation. Your great compassion and dedication have not always brought you the sense of accomplishment you have sought. We would have you know this, dear one, in almost all of your major incarnations you made life better for those around you. You often left a legacy of hope and you taught and inspired others to follow in your footsteps. We do not see your failures, only the radiance of your love and unselfish service. You have always been a seeker of truth and you have journeyed with me and the angelic forces of light throughout the many eons of time. You have experienced the positive and negative aspects of all the rays and it has made you the wise and shining soul you are today. Striving for balance and harmony in all facets of your being is your major focus in this lifetime, to be gentle, nurturing and intuitive, as well as assertive, action-oriented and dynamic. It is important to choose moderation in all things, beloved, and to walk the middle path of balance and harmony. Your basic nature is that of a peacemaker, but you are aware that you must strive to be decisive and to boldly express your opinions. Beloved Masters of Light, this final paragraph is not only for the new President of the United States of America, it is for all the leaders around the world who are responsible for setting the standards, making the rules and guiding the masses, and it is for each of you who read or hear this message as well. Beloved ones, these are times of great change, whereby you may have many challenges, but you will also be presented with many opportunities. Your conscious mind is in the process of receiving the vaster wisdom of your higher superconscious mind. Trust your intuition. Trust your inner guidance. If the thoughts that come to you are inspiring, loving and wisdom-filled, then you know you are tapping into the wisdom of your higher self and your angelic guides. They are whispering to you and they will never lead you astray. Remember, during these times when the evolution of the earth and humanity is being accelerated, you can make a difference. Allow us to assist you to fulfill your mission and nurture you with our love. Know that you are loved and protected. I am Archangel Michael.